San Francisco supervisors today banned a practice popular with bird lovers. No more feeding those wild parrots of Telegraph Hill. If you do, police will cite you. ABC 7's Leanne Melendez joins live now from Ferry Park, home of those famed parrots, with the controversial decision. Leanne?
Well, Kristen, the reason people come here to Ferry Park is because they get to see the wild parrots. The reason the wild parrots come to them is because people feed them. Otherwise, they would stay up in the trees. This only in San Francisco tradition will soon come to an end. Bird lovers come to the steps of Filbert Street on Telegraph Hill to catch a glimpse of the wild parrots. Their squawking sound points them in the right direction. But only here at Ferry Park on Drum and Clay Streets can you really see, touch, and feed them. But that's about to change. San Francisco's Board of Supervisors voted to punish anyone feeding these birds.
And if taken to its extreme, a police officer could cite an individual with a ticket who's feeding the wild birds. I hope that we don't have to resort to that, but it will be on the books.
Many bird lovers who gather at Ferry Park have always opposed the ban.
Birds that people don't really get to see in the wild. I mean, that's an amazing experience for families and for children here.
Supervisor Aaron Peskin pushed for the ban. He still gets dozens of emails from experts who say feeding the birds does more harm than good. Alan Hopkins is with the Golden Gate Audubon Society.
They stop looking for their food. They become dependent on people, which is really bad for them. Also, the animals that are being fed become aggressive.
Others ask themselves, why now?
The birds have been fed by people in San Francisco going back about 20 years.
The wild parrots of Telegraph Hill were the subject of a national documentary. And recently, the city intervened when a landowner tried to cut down the trees where some of the birds hang out.
I don't think they'll come down as low and put on a show, and people, come for the interaction. And we may lose that, unfortunately, because of what's happened at the Board of Supervisors.
And the law goes into effect 30 days after the mayor signs it, and Gavin Newsom is expected to do so within the next 10 days. Now, I think what you will see before we get to see the police officers here in the park are signs that will go up that basically say no feeding the birds or no feeding the parrots. I don't know exactly what that would look like. But again, I think City Hall wants to make this transition as easy as possible on everyone. I'm live in San Francisco. Leanne Melendez, ABC 7 News.